Greetings, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Monad, and this is my channel, Evolve with Monad. Guys, I just got off the phone with a client, and I'm here because I wanted to capture the moment and the energy of the call. I wanted to use it as a teaching moment, as my angels instructed me to do. This is what it feels like to deal with someone who is an energy vampire. Now, just because this is my profession doesn't mean that I don't have people that might call or seek out counsel that are exhausting. And it's something that as an empath, we don't really pay attention to in the beginning of our journey. But if you're on my channel, you're evolving and you're ascending. And so this is important. You need to feel what energy drains and vampiric drains feel like to you. And it always feels like being immediately tired. You know, I am gluten free, and when I used to eat wheat, I would feel like I was shot with a tranquilizer dart, right? So that's exactly what an energy drain feels like. I had been working with clients all morning, and I had several call in, and I was working for a few hours, and then my last client of the morning before I went to my afternoon clients called and was definitely, I felt it. I literally, and I've had coffee, I've had all of the things that pep you up. I'm still in a fasted state, but I felt literally like I needed to go to sleep. And it's not my nap time yet. So this is what an energy drain feels like. And I just wanted to just touch base with you guys very quickly about that. Do not underestimate vampiric energy. Just because this is my profession doesn't mean that I'm still not having to deal with that. I'm still not privy to that kind of draining. Now, what I did to undergird myself, to protect myself, and to get myself through the reading, because we were reading together for about 20 minutes. So what I did was I grabbed onto Shiva Lingam, which is the Empath stone. I have a video here about that, and I put my feet in the sand. I also have a grounding mat, so I stayed in contact with my grounding mat that is on my desk so that I could ground my energy. Grounding my energy is really important. Grounding your energy is really important, empath. There are things you can do during a moment like that. Now, I had the privacy of being on the phone, so she could not see me doing these things, and I did not tell her I was doing that. With some clients that are dealing with tough energy that's fragmented or scattered, or they're in a heartbreak, I will also utilize the crystals around me, and I will tell them, because it's therapeutic. It's also a placebo. They need to understand this is what I'm using, and even though you can't see it and touch it, I'm doing it for you and transmuting your energy. But in that moment when I was dealing with that energy vampire client, God bless her, I definitely thought my divine feminines need to know. If you are immediately tired around somebody, they are draining your energy, especially if nothing else around. The other context clues suggest that you are having a normal day. If you come into a contact with a coworker, a lover, a friend, maybe a needy friend, if you're in a codependent relationship, you will feel exhausted every time you have to deal with that person, or every time they are there, and you do need to protect yourselves. But that's one feeling. So imagine what it feels like to be very sleepy. Or for those of you that have no gluten allergies, think about how you feel after a very large meal, like a Thanksgiving meal. The itis, as they call it, right, where you're exhausted and all you want to do is sleep. That is exactly the feeling of an energy drain. When you're not tuned in to your higher self, you don't feel it. It's not perceptible. But as you are evolving and ascending, I can tell every single time I get on the phone with an energy vampire. And that doesn't mean that I don't do my work, because they still need help. But it means that I protect myself. Now, if you're standing face to face with an energy vampire, you want to not do that. That's what I would recommend to you. Our sacral chakra, which is located by our belly button, needs to never come in direct contact with a coworker, a friend, or a lover that is actually trying to drain your energy. Listen, guys, we can all be energy vampires at times. We can all drain and pull on other people's energy. So this is not just reserved for these mystical creatures. We all have been exhausting to somebody at some time. But if you are an empath, you will notice that broken energy, people, and things gravitate to you more often than not. And so there is something about not connecting that sacral chakra with another person. This is not just something I made up. There's a lot of metaphysical studies about this. So push away. So literally, if you're standing with a woman and you're talking, and this is like maybe a gossip at your office or something, don't look at her face to face, or don't, even if you're not looking at her, don't connect your belly button to her belly button. Obviously, you guys aren't like having a hug, but even if you're standing like a few feet away from each other, avert your gaze, like literally pivot your body so that you're not in the direct line of her energy, because we have auric fields, we have energy that pours off of our body. We can see it with infrared. We take auric photographs. This is real. Just because it's not taught in school doesn't mean you're not being affected by someone that's bringing fragmented or shrapnel into your energy field. And people do it all the time. Excuse me, my job here is to transmute people's energy. So I don't hang up on that client. That's an energy drain. But like I said, I protect myself. So there are things you can do in the physical and also things you can do in private if you're on the phone. I would definitely have your crystals and your energy grounders around you, because that's what it feels like to be around a vampire, my loves. Exhausting. Okay? So good to spend some time with you. Just wanted to give you that quick message. Protect yourself and do not doubt yourself. Do not second guess yourself. If you're tired, they're taking something. And that means you will be responsible to replenish it or to protect your energy. Love you guys. Come back next time and we'll continue to evolve together.